So I have electric skateboards and I have electric scooters. The only thing I don't have is the perfect in-between. The best of both worlds is in this box. Let's open it up right now and check out the all-new 2Swift board. All right, so when your box arrives, it will not come with beautiful artwork like this from my kids, but it is what it is. They got a hold of the box before I did. Let's open it up right now. And it opens up from the back side. You have the representation here from the company on this. And then when you open it up, you have a really, really cool print of what the board looks like, as well as the controller, and it says a whiteboard approach to e-skating. Definitely a really nice touch to the boxing. Now, you're also greeted with another box. This will be a warning section on this box. This is gonna have your charger, it's gonna have your controller, it's gonna have the headset pieces because it comes with a nice Cane Creek headset. Nice little sticker in there. This is really good. We're gonna charge this thing up for sure. You are going to love the way this board looks. It is so light though. Check this thing out. Look at that. I can't do that with a scooter. This thing is so light and I cannot wait to go over the specs with you guys. But first, we gotta pop this thing up on the charger. Then we're gonna go over all of the specs. I'm gonna do a full-on breakdown, take the deck off, show you guys the internals of this board. So with that being said, let's get on the trail, see what this thing's got going for it, and we're gonna do a comparison up against a regular electric skateboard. Let's go. Now the specs on the 2Swift are as unique as the board looks. The deck is made out of 6061 aluminum alloy and has chromoly tubing up front. You get a set of 9.5-inch tubeless tires front and back with a 500-watt rear hub motor that's being powered by a 544 watt-hour battery pack that is made from Molicel brand cells. Now it's impossible to talk about the front end and not talk about the steering design. For that, let's hear from the brand themselves.
And I think a lot of people see it and they're like, this looks like a shopping cart wheel. Yeah. And like, you know, when you post those, you get a bad shopping cart there and the thing's just going and chattering like that. I think a lot of people kind of think it's going to be something similar to that. But if you actually like look at the geometry of the front steering axis, it's angled back. And what that does is it kind of allows when you put weight on the board, it automatically centers the wheel. So in order for the front wheel to actually move side to side, it actually has to pick up the weight of the rider. So that keeps it extremely stable at high speed. So there's a couple little tricks in there that do allow it to perform better than your normal shopping cart wheel.
Now the 2Swift is one of a kind when it comes to the PEV space. There's actually only one way I can make a comparison with this board up against anything else, and that would be using a ripstick, an electric skateboard, and a snowboard, all combined. Now, if you've ridden an electric skateboard, you already know how the controller works, how it feels with the motors. If you've ridden a snowboard, you're gonna know exactly how it feels to carve. And if you've ridden a ripstick, you're gonna know exactly how to mount this. We're gonna do that right now. We're gonna teach you how to mount and jump on this thing. I'm also gonna teach you how to dismount, and we're gonna do it all with a brake test. So I'm gonna get up to the top speed and come to a complete stop and show you exactly how fast it comes to that complete stop. Let's hop on the board. Now, whenever I hop up on the board, I use my back foot first. That way I got a little bit more control over the front end. Usually you want to push off first, not use the throttle at all, try to see how the board feels. You know, kind of carve it, see what the balance feels like with your front toeing in and out. And then once you're ready, use the throttle just a hair, keep it on the low setting, push off. Right now I'm on the high setting, so we're just going to kind of go. And you're cruising, and this thing just wants to go, like I said, man. This thing wants to carve, zoom, feels so good. So now we got this long straightaway, we are gonna do a brake test. I'm gonna get us up to this top speed right now. Right now we're at 23 miles per hour. Top speed is 24. We're at 23. We are gonna tuck low, hitting 24. We're gonna count down to 3, 2, 1, braking. And it is a smooth take up for the braking. Now with EVs like this, you don't really wanna slam on the brakes anyway. You don't want the brakes to have to slam on so hard that they're skidding because you'll just eject off of it. And it's not good at all. So with something like this, when you're riding an electric skateboard, you know, a one wheel, anything of that nature, you're going to be predicting your path way ahead. So the braking actually was pretty good in my opinion. I mean, Took about 30 feet, but I'm usually judging where I'm at 30, 50, 100 feet ahead anyway. And this is just a fantastic, fantastic transition when it comes to going from electric skateboards to a new PEV. So with that being said, I mean, we got to do a hill test. Speaking of that, we got to go up against an electric skateboard because I feel like that's the only way that you can get a good idea on where this thing stands with turning radius, hill climbs, the whole 9 yards. So let's get over to it. Now for the hill test. If you're unfamiliar, this is the same hill that I use in all my videos. It's a double switchback turn with a 15-degree grade. I'm going to be doing it on the regular stock e-board and the 2Swift. I'm going to do a comparison between the two to see which one takes these turns better. I'm going to try to stay on one side of the line to keep it as fair as possible. Let's start out on the e-board first. All right, 3, 2, 1. Such a wide turn. This one's gonna be harder because we're going tighter. I'm probably gonna go out of the lines. Ugh. Yep, out of the lines. All right, a bit of a different process to pop up on the board, but like I said before, put your back foot on, push off, and you're good to go. Nice smooth take up though. I do like how smooth it is getting into the speed, 18 miles per hour. Gonna stay on one side here. That way it's a nice wide turn on the first one, a tight turn on the second one. Hit that brake, coming in. Oh my God, that turning's so much better. It is a different experience though, I do gotta say that. Here's that tight turn. Let's see if we go out of the line. Oh, we stay in, look at that. Granted, I'm not like a pro on this board. So we are at a 15-degree grade right now. We're going 10 miles per hour. The other one did have a bit more pep. Like I said, that's a dual motor. I mean, 2 motors working there. This is a single motor here. But she gets up, glides, no problem. Let's tuck low, let's get into it. See how these turns work. You just want to glide, man. It's sick. Woo! It goes so tight there. Felt the G's. I felt the G's on that turn, man. You feel you can just get into it. You can get tighter into the turns, especially at high speed. That's one thing. I know this board goes 24, 25 miles per hour, and it takes a little bit to get up to it, but man, is it so good once it gets up to it. It makes you want to go faster. This board feels like it wants to go faster. Now, let's talk about off-road capability. Right now, I'm gonna take you guys through a gravel trail, and most electric skateboards would not be able to do this trail. You have to have some type of mountain board with rubber tires like this to be able to do it. If I can get low, get speed, feel good on this thing. It just wants to move. I love this thing. It takes bumps like a champ. I mean, it feels like it should be a mountain board. Well, we got some mud up here, some gnarly potholes, some mud. Let's go around this, go through it, whatever it takes. Made it through. Yo, I'm going with it. This thing just wants to go. It's made for any scenario. I would not be bringing that other electric skateboard out here, that's for sure. Look at this, look how it handles. Insane. Now the 2Swift is so much fun to ride, an absolute beast off-road, and with a range between 16 and 21 miles, a top speed of 24 miles per hour, and a price point of $1,699, it checks all the boxes, including one more box. The off-road capability is above all when it comes to other electric skateboards I've had. Now with that being said, there's other stuff they're going to be releasing for this board here pretty soon. Click the link in the description below to be able to check out their website, learn more information about it. There's also a podcast below so you can learn more about the owners. So with that being said, if there's any other suggestions for future videos, put them in the comments below. If you guys like this video, drop a like. If you love it, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.